NFL 24. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Cleveland Browns and the Houston Texans. And it's coming up next.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we... And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Here's Desmond King on the return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So here are the Texans now with a fresh face at quarterback, the second overall pick from Ohio State, C.J. Stroud.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They show run with three tight ends here on first down. Oh, man, coming off a great rookie year, it's Dameon Pierce. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
They have three tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Meanwhile, Stroud's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with that's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But at the same time, in the NFL, you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget, you're going to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well. See if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him. That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. And here are the Browns for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback, a former Blue Hen out of Delaware. It's Joe Flacco.
Every quarterback in the NFL has a little bit of his own signature style out there, but for this guy, he really plays the game in a different way. It's led to a couple double takes from us up here as we see him as something truly unique. It's not that he's just the strongest passer or the best athlete to ever play the position. He just has a certain way of seeing the action, and it allows him to make some special plays out there.
They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now a 2nd and 10. Moore, the motion man right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
3rd down, Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And this is going to be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On 4th down, Corey Bojorquez gets set to punt for Cleveland. Desmond King deep for Houston. Taken in at the 22. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking. They just have to keep the running back clean.
I'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. Pierce now up the middle. Muscles him off. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at the Browns' 44. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. On the bootleg, Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. A shotgun snap to Stroud. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Here's Stroud. And he bats it away. It falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It'll be a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And this taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
The handoff to Ford up the middle. Oh, what a move. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Passing play, Flacco. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up 2nd down. Flacco. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. This is Ford. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Again, they turn to Ford. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Flacco looks to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
They run with Ford. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jerome Ford taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Browns are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9 yard line and you start thinking, Maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Texans offense set to regain possession. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
2nd and 10, here's Stroud. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. They'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Stroud's throw taken in by Collins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Stroud off the play fake. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On first down, here's Stroud. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Stroud on 3rd down now. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down, brings up 4th.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Kaimi Fairbairn now to attempt the Texan field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully they'll be kicking extra points instead.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Flacco's throw here into the hands of Moore. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, good work there in open space, and he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. From the 29, here's second down at 7. As they've got it as we resume action. On the ground, it's Ford. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll be brought down at about about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Flacco to throw here on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Bootleg, Flacco. And he'll find Akins there, complete. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. Here's Flacco. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Hopkins' kick is good, and they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. Taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And here comes the Texans now. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday you press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Stroud sets up the play action. He's got it to Collins, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
That'll be caught left side by Woods. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now 2nd and 3. A run for Pierce out of the gun. 49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front, that's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game and they know it helps their team.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yards, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another first down.
Give to Pierce. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. They run with the former Buffalo Bill, Devin Singletary. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot, versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
The lessons will continue, but this rookie, he's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn out for the field goal try for the Texans. From the right hash, this from 48. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. They will start this drive with Ford. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now, during that run, an injury here, we got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ford, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Ford. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Texans will take over. Offense back out there along with Dameon Pierce. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down, it's Stroud.
This will be caught by Brown. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Pierce. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And that is incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Now Stroud. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
What's the deal, y'all?
So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they take the lead here by 2, 12-10.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Christian Harris from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. Well, they tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
The Browns on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Passing play, Flacco. He finds his man, complete. That's Ford. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return, it's King. It's a net of 40 there, punt of 48, and a return of 8. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, let's get 30, right?
Not when did I ever bet.
81 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. Catch is made with Schultz on the out route. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. He's got Jordan complete right side. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and a couple. This is Pierce. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
They'll run here with Pierce. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground. honed in on it and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Stonewalled on second down. Now let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal from the 2. Pierce. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Stroud to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Robert Woods, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. On the return, here's Jerome Ford. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Will Anderson able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Setting up to throw, Flacco. He finds his man, complete. That's Ford. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, Ford. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. 35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on first down. Stroud. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
All right,
we were
Coach,
witness to a solid first half of this year's number 2 overall pick rookie, C.J. Stroud. He was on point, throwing a touchdown pass to help his guys take the lead into the break.
The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the field stripe.
With all the specialization we have in this great game, at some point, the head coach is going to take charge of every group. And I think at halftime, he spent a little time with the special teams coach, said, look, you've got to find a way to get us a big play to help us get back into this.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now here's a throw. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Ford, and little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd down now, it's Ford, and he'll take this one down to the 36.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Flacco from the gun. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. And the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Hopkins' kick is good, and that'll move them back within 6 now. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. And let's get the ball back for us.
following the made field goal for 3. Hopkins now to kick it off.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Credit Zadarius Smith, able to get through and make that tackle for a loss.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Here's Stroud.
And this will be incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
And Stroud now to throw.
And that is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
Returning it is Moore. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll run on 1st down. Ford. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
Now Flacco. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete.
Third down and 1.
They'll try the left side. It's Ford. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll keep it on the ground. 4. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Hopkins' kick is good, and that will bring the deficit back down to 3. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Houston's offense taking over again. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. They'll start on the ground with Pierce.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
And they'll go right back to Pierce. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's 3rd and 6. Stroud looking to throw. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Houston. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, That leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
2nd down and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground.
4. And he's going to have a Browns first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On first down, it's 4.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
They'll run on first down.
4. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42.
Up the middle they go. It's Ford, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now it's Flacco.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Browns first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Flacco.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Here's Flacco. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Hopkins' kick is good. And that will tie things now at 19 all. So where would they be without his leg? Well, they'd be losing, that's for sure. Now 4 field goals, and as mentioned, this last one ties the game.
Yeah, well, you know the kickers get a lot of grief, right? A lot of jokes about kickers, how easy it is for them. It's really nice to see these guys coming through in the clutch.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Desmond King now to return it. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt.
And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
Throwing now is Stroud.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Pierce now up the middle.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Back to throw. Stroud.
He'll get this to Devin Singletary out of the backfield. Still going.
Touchdown, Houston. Devin Singletary, 71 yards. And the Texans have broken the tie.
Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route, worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? But a lot of offenses say touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
From his end zone, here comes Jerome Ford. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Another opportunity now for the Browns offense.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 1st and 10 here for Flacco. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play.
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL,
And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the fourth. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Pierce takes it straight ahead, and he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And to find the open man, that's complete.
A huge play there for Houston. 48 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. On the carry, this is Pierce.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. 2nd down and 8.
Operating from the gun, Stroud. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Stroud. Buying time to his left.
And Stroud wisely slides down safely after picking up the 1st down.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Devin Singletary with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Texans have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
And the Browns getting set to go.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Now Flacco.
Right back to Njoku.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
They run with Ford. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
This is Ford. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
That tackle behind the line made by Will Anderson.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
To pass, Flacco. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. A two-score game, obviously. Every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Flacco. There's a short throw taken in by Bryant.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. On the ground, it's Ford.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Award that tackle for loss to the linebacker, Denzel Perryman.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On second down, Flacco to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Ford. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Hopkins' kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off.
And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback. The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense.
This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
The 2nd down throw now from Stroud.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
He saw the pressure and he got out, but he never got upfield. And the defense, they took full advantage of a rookie mistake there. They were able to add a big loss on the sack.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
Now Stroud.
And the pressure gets to him again. Myles Garrett, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Moore on the return. That'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Okay, ready?
On 1st down, Flacco. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. passing play. Flacco. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Jalen Petrie picking up the sack on a safety blitz.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here now a 3rd and 20.
Flacco.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 27. They'll try the left side. Ford. The solid stiff arm. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Again, they turn to Ford. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Here's Flacco.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, you have to be aware defensively that you've got 2 goals because obviously you're trying to prevent the touchdown, but you're also trying to keep it from getting a 1st down as well. That time they weren't up to the task, and it's 1st and goal.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal.
Ford is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Sometimes offensive can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Flacco looking to throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On second down, here's Pierce. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey,
there he goes left side. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Another carry for Pierce.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Let's have some fun. Let's get something going now. Come on, man. Get low. What's the deal, y'all?
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
Here's Pierce on the counter.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. Here's Stroud.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So a big one coming here for Ka'imi Fairbairn. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Fairbairn now, following the made field goal, he'll send this one away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Flacco set to lead this offense. Down by 8, 1:38 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
Now Flacco.
Net open, it's Goodwin. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Flacco.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10.
He's going to let this one go deep. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Flacco to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's 4th. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
Here's 1st down.
Pressure mounting. Flacco.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they can afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Setting to throw. Flacco. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Flacco. They came after him. He couldn't get away. And this remains a 2-point game. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. Oh, and did the Browns get it? I think so, yes. A field goal will do it for them. They got the onside kick that they needed here. We'll see if they can do the rest.
Some teams are just not comfortable waiting to see what happens. Some teams like to force the action. That's exactly what we saw with this onside kick.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Back to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Under 50 seconds to play. Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
He's back to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Back to throw.
To the sideline and incomplete.
Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
He'll look to throw.
This for all the marbles.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
To not finish a game on a defensive penalty, that's why they get one more untimed attempt.
And it is good! He splits the uprights on the chip shot, and the Browns are going to win the football game.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. So long from Houston.